Two Geeks Geek Out with Beer. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, is my man who loves to think to himself, "Are you afraid?" It's Frank. How are you today?
I am not afraid.
That's good.
I am not
That's
afraid.
good. That's good. Frank, I see you're deliberately wearing green today. I bet that was
Yes.
totally accidental.
No, I actually was looking for my Green Lantern shirt and couldn't find it. I guess it's in the laundry. So I just wore the next best thing that I had, which was a green
Excellent.
shirt.
A green shirt is good. I am also wearing green,
Mhm.
but this is totally accidental. The Godzilla on my shirt just happens to be green. It was a shirt that I was wearing. I was wearing a Star Wars tank top, but nobody wants to see that on camera. So I opted for the shirt instead. And here we are. But anyway, Frank, it's so good to see you on Beer with Geeks as we are always here together. And on Beer with Geeks, we're supposed to be drinking beer. Frank, I do not have a beer. I just realized. I knew I was forgetting something.
All right. I'll talk about, well, let me tell you what my beer is and you go run and take care of that. Why don't you?
You just make yourself full screen, and I'm just going to.
Exactly, yes. Well, Tim has walked away, and so he doesn't get to make fun of me for drinking an off-season beer, which he loves to give me a hard time about. Deservedly so, deservedly so. But here we are. It's today was 95 degrees, and I am finishing the last Sam Adams winter lager from my fridge because it was buried way in the back there. And you know what? So what? So what if it's practically summer? So what if it was 95 degrees in New Hampshire today? Who cares? A good winter lager never hurt anybody. This one has this spiced holiday lager's rich malt notes and accents of cinnamon, ginger, and orange peel are perfect for any festivity, including, I suppose, a day where the real field temperature was 99 degrees. Anyway, I actually find it very funny that Tim forgot his beer tonight because I very nearly forgot last time around to have a beer. So I feel at least a little bit better not being the only one this time.
Okay,
But
back.
Tim has returned.
I'm back. I'm sorry that took a little longer than I thought because I went downstairs and my daughter was like, "Hey, daddy, what are you doing downstairs?" It's like, "Well, I have to go. Actually, I can't really speak to you right now because I left Uncle Frank riffing for a
Uh-huh.
very long time."
It
Like,
wasn't that bad. It
oh, that's
wasn't
good.
that bad.
I did miss it. So what are you drinking?
I was making fun of myself and saying it's a shame that you walked away because you didn't get to make fun of me for drinking an off-season beer. I have the
Uh,
last winter lager in the back of my fridge.
I'm
So
Mine is not wintry, but it could be conceived as such if that makes you feel better.
okay.
I am drinking something from the Two Pitchers Brewing Company.
Mm.
Pitcher like a baseball pitcher or a beer pitcher. Um, Not a picture you hang on the wall. This is a Nordic Jam. Uh, Nordic Jam,
Ooh,
and it is a lager with Nordic fruits. Uh,
Nordic fruit. What are Nordic fruits? What is
Cherries, elderberries,
okay?
strawberries, all staples of a Viking warrior diet to create a downright delicious party in a can. Jam on,
Cool.
friends.
Love
Refreshing,
that.
tart Nordic fruit. I have never had it. I was drawn to it by the name, the content, like, of the can, and the picture on it. It was just, like, kind of an all win around, uh,
Yeah.
"I'm going to buy this," and so this is a first taste. Ooh, that's very good.
Yeah.
Mm. It's not overly tart. It's definitely refreshing. I needed that. It's very hot today. And so I wanted something refreshing. It gave me that. The Nordic fruit is there. It's not overly sweet considering it's got a good chunk of fruit in it.
Yeah. I mean, cherries can be quite sweet. They can be overpowering.
It almost starts tart and
Mhm.
then ends a little bit smoother, a little bit nicer. It's nice. It's very good.
You're saying it's got a tart start.
A tart start. Yeah. I sometimes have a tart start in the morning, you know.
Mm.
It's just a tart start to get up, you know. It's
I
just really
brother, brother, tell me about it.
yeah. It's just
Yeah.
it's a tough world out there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this is, oh, this is funny. It's founded by 2 lousy baseball pitchers. So that's funny. It really is
Oh, that's
great.
funny.
That's really good.
That's
Hmm,
very good. Wow. So that's a I assumed it was beer pitchers, but that's how they got me with that one. Clever.
very good. 2
Clever
pitchers
boys.
from they're from the Bay Area, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, very good.
Hmm.
I really enjoy that. I actually got another 2 pitchers while I was there, so I will have one at another time.
Did you have one recently? I feel like you
Uh,
had one recently.
I have a grapefruit one recently, or
Mm.
that doesn't sound right. I got a
Yeah.
grapefruit blood orange one downstairs.
Ooh, wait, that might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a man on a like, one of the big wheelie bicycles that has, like, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
the, penny
I thought
farthing.
I had it before, and I couldn't remember, so I got it again.
Nice.
Um, but anyway, well, we'll try that one when it comes our way.
Yeah, right on.
And we're gonna try when it comes our way, Frank,
Mm.
this book. Yeah.
Yes.
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 Lois and Clark, a Superman novel by C.J. Cherry.
Speaking of cherries, I know
Speaking
it's
of
spelled differently.
cherries, indeed, yeah. Okay, Clark and Lois are going to an early supper, as I recall. Maybe a movie. Maybe they just watch TV and sit and talk. Her apartment. She had a television. She flashed him a look and a grin as he sat down at his desk, which was directly facing hers. She was pleased. He could see that much in the enthusiasm for which she attacked the keyboard. Who's seen the coffee filters? Perry White came back from complaining. The editor in chief was on a quest. Coffee was an operational necessity in the newsroom. Clark turned his computer on and punched keys from memory on the boot up sequence, and the boot up sequence proceeded. He wanted weather reports for the evening, for starters, to take a taxi tonight. It was raining outside, a cold end of April downpour. Lois wouldn't appreciate a sky tour in the soggy weather, and by what he saw on the weather, it wasn't going to be clear. The fronts were stacked up and waiting. Springtime. Lunch in the deli around the corner was a likely choice today, of course, and that didn't leave the shelter of awnings and overhangs. Meanwhile, the computer was pulling up stories it'd been tracking, topics he pre selected, a steady stream of crises, court cases, and miscellany. Perry was investigating counter cabinets, opening and slamming doors. Lois at the next desk punched a key with a reckless authority as lightning flashed outside the windows, and Jimmy Olsen came up with the missing filters. Coffee would come welcome, Clark thought. The Mackenzie lawsuit over school districting was the local lead story in the headline if it wasn't a city's workers' dispute or far from photogenic city hall trash episode. The national news of the Vice, and that's the end of the page. So I'm going to stop reading.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll call it there.
we've done it. Page 4. We did it.
Page 4. All right.
I find the sentences rather clunky to read out
They
loud.
yes.
Yeah, like I'm sure it flows in the mind a little bit better, but it's like Delhi today.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's not great at the
Yeah, I mean,
audio.
when's the last time you said miscellany out loud?
Never. I don't
Right?
know if I've ever said miscellany out loud, to be perfectly honest.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's the thing I always found distracting when reading, like, novelizations is when the prose doesn't really match the style
mhm.
of the, original,
Yep.
um, and the pacing of it and the, like yeah, it can be a little bit distracting, at least at the beginning.
Right.
Once
I
you
mean,
get into the story, then
right, and we're not even really into the story at all.
no,
We're only on
not at
page 4.
all.
We're still setting the scene, basically, and we know that Clark and Lois are going out to dinner,
Right.
and
That's
the
about all we
biggest
know.
problem that we have right now is that it's raining and the chief is looking for coffee
Don't
filters.
call him chief.
Yeah. Nope. Mm-mm-mm.
Great shades of Elvis.
I was a little disappointed that it wasn't "Great Shades of Elvis, where are the coffee filters?"
Yeah, me too.
That's I wanted right away, but, like I said, we're only on page 4. It's coming soon. No, it
Can't have
is
that
coming.
instant gratification from a book that's 35 years old.
Correct. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe you can. Not the way we're doing it, though. Um, but Frank, you know what is coming soon? Lanterns. Lanterns
Yes.
is coming soon. In August, we got a second teaser trailer. Pretty soon after the first one. It
Yeah, and way more substance.
way more substance. It definitely there was a backlash with the first trailer. People were like, where's the science fiction in your science fiction show? You
Mhm.
know, will there be dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour?
Right,
Like,
right, right, right.
hello? Yeah, will there be Green Lanterns in your Green Lantern show? Um, and so but I mean, I was saying to a friend of mine that the marketing department doesn't care about your schedule. They care and what you've done, they care about their schedule and what they have to get out at
Yeah,
certain points to sell it to the audience, whatever. So that first trailer was definitely effects light and tone heavy. This is the tone we're going for, and you're gonna see like, Hal flies, so you're going to see that. Um, and so but people's big complaint is where's the green? Where's the green? And there was a fair shade of green
yeah,
uh, in this. We got to see a bunch of cool stuff, sci-fi and otherwise. Like I don't
yeah,
have a good sense of the plot necessarily in this one as I did from the other one, but I do know that they're making a science fiction show. Anyway,
very much so.
what did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was I have a much better sense of what the feel of this show is gonna be like, right? Like, this was way more, um yeah, the I got a better sense of the visuals, I got a better sense of, the world, that they're in, some more characters, that we didn't get to see before. So yes, while the first one gave us the tone and set the stage, this is now expanding a little bit and showing us a little bit more of what we can expect to see in the show. I am God, I'm just so excited about Kyle Chandler. I just
Me too. Yeah, me
oh,
too.
what a
Yeah.
great what a great call.
I
Uh,
was so on board when they cast him, and they were
mhm,
like and I said, "Yep, that's if you're going for an older Hal or whatever, that's it. That's the guy. You
that's
did
the guy.
perfect. You did such a good job." And I remember some of my friends, some whatever, were like, "I don't know. I don't see it." But I saw the vision, and man, I have been proven right in both of these trailers. Like that's just that's it. That's Hal to me in a way that Ryan Reynolds was never Hal to me.
Yeah, same, same. Yeah, he just has it. He just has it. Um,
Yeah, it's gruff and cocky.
yes,
It's a
yes.
different kind of, it's a it, chauvinism, I guess,
Yeah, yeah,
than what
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds had.
Ryan Reynolds he's a very smooth kind of handsome,
Mhm. Yep, yep,
whereas Kyle Chandler, especially now that he's a bit older, um, is a little bit more of I mean, he's got the whole, like, football coach thing going for him. He's got the
totally.
whole, like he's more of a regular guy.
Yeah,
Um,
scruffy.
he
He's a scruffy looking nerf herder,
right,
right?
like, yeah, so um, it's a different appeal that he brings, that I think is a better fit for Hal. I think, I was not expecting to see any really hint of the suit.
No, we saw the suit in his closet in the first teaser,
Right, but I didn't expect to
but
see
for
him
him
actually wear it.
me either, and I feel that's why I say, but I feel like this trailer like was very much like we're addressing the concerns of everybody,
I
like, that people seem to have had.
wonder.
They're like, "Oh, is he actually going to wear the suit? Are we going to see Oa? Are we like, will he ring sling?"
Yeah,
And we saw all of it. Granted, I have no doubt that what we saw might be all he wears of the suit,
true,
you know? Like,
true.
it could be very minimal, but honestly, that's okay with me if the story is good.
Yeah.
I don't mind when I was a kid, you needed him in costume all the time, right?
Yeah, yes,
When they were out
yes.
of costume, it was a waste of your time. Just put him in the cool suit and let's move on. But this is obviously for an older audience too, but like I don't need him in his suit 24/7. It's all good,
Mhm.
especially when he's solving a mystery.
Right.
But yeah, I the suit still looks just okay to me though, truthfully. Like
Yes, it's a little awkward. It looks a little, like,
it's like when
broad-shouldered, sort
broad
of like
shoulders, like his shoulders are huge in
yeah,
comparison.
like
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I thought it was me, and I was like, "Why are his shoulders so" big.
Yeah, yeah, it's I mean, almost like armor or something, but
Right.
but not. Um, it is a kind of awkwardly big on him.
Yep. Yeah, it
Um
almost looks like he got, like, a jacket size that was, one size too big, and the shoulder pads are not, like, hitting his actual shoulder.
Right.
Yeah, it is that's a little odd. Although, the when you said it's a more like armor, that makes some sense to me.
I
Um,
mean, I don't know if that I don't know if that was the intent. Like, it didn't necessarily look intentional, like, meant to look like armor. I'm just using that as an example, but, like, I don't know. I don't know.
I wonder if the suit was my question, I wonder if the suit was already made for a different actor, and they ended up going, like, because I know they try to get Josh Brolin and,
Interesting.
um,
But, I mean,
somebody else too, and I wonder if it was like
they can be tailored. I mean, like, they
right. Well, yeah. Unless they went good enough and they, when they moved on, or maybe it was just the weird it could've just been like that one angle that we were at or whatever, but
True, true, could just be the angle.
yeah.
It was good to see, Guy Gardner. We
Yes,
knew he was gonna be in it, but to see him was good.
was good. Yeah. I, I think he's in a couple I've been told he was in a couple of episodes, if I
Great.
remember correctly, reading some stuff. Well, truthfully, what struck me about this one more than anything is, like, what the central thesis of the show is, like,
Mm,
I joked about at the beginning with "Are you afraid?" But, like, you gotta have willpower, you gotta conquer your fear in order to sling the ring,
right.
and so, what are they afraid of, and how are they going to or not get over it? But "Are you afraid?" makes me think parallax more than anything, like,
Yes.
there's some because I think the story is there's 2 timelines. It doesn't say this in the trailer, but it's takes place in 2016 and 2026.
Mhm,
And Hal is convinced that this town has some kind of alien infestation and that something is happening, and that's why
mhm.
he's around. And so I'm curious if that alien infestation is parallax. And so if you're, for whatever reason, like, so are you afraid is John's PTSD from being a soldier,
Right,
Hal's from also being a soldier of sorts, and, being a space cop and how much he's seen and getting like yeah, like there's a really hard edge to Hal here, like, I've been doing this since you were a baby, you're not
right,
taking the ring from my dead body, and yet here I am training you to do it. It's just
right.
a really interesting dynamic that I'm really looking forward to now after this trailer.
They really did a good job with that little montage of, like, "Are you afraid? Are you afraid? Are you afraid?" They did a very good job of that, of painting a picture, like, yeah, John being in the Marines and that being a theme there too, like, really I hope they explore that more, right? Like, I mean, I gotta think that they will, if there's gonna be a lot of parallels between Green Lantern Corps and the Marine Corps. Um,
Right.
so
If
I
Go ahead. You
no, I
finish.
just like that's one of my favorite things that you get with a Jon Stewart story,
Mhm.
and I'm really happy to see that out front already, like, that they're telegraphing that that's gonna be a theme,
Me too.
in the series.
I would be the part of me would be surprised if it wasn't just because I'm pretty sure Tom King is co-show running
Mm,
this, or he was the head writer or something like that, and Tom King he was armed forces, he was in the CIA, whatever, so, like, a lot stories about people who suffer for service, I get,
mm,
like, is a huge part, is really a really running theme of a lot of his work, and I don't think you get much better than that than Hal and John.
yeah,
Like, so, really looking forward to and like that, like, the repetition of the motto almost feels like boot camp in some way,
yes, yes,
like that
yes,
kind of like hoorah, like
yeah,
march. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited. And this, like I said, in the sci-fi stuff, like we get to see Oa, I would assume, or Krypton.
mhm,
Hard to say when you look at it. I was
sure,
like,
sure,
"Oh, it looks like ice planet Krypton."
right,
Um, I assume it's Oa because they go to the
yeah,
prison. He is clearly talking to Sinestro,
yeah,
um, which is cool. Who's paying?
yes,
Thank you.
yes,
Yeah, not excited. Um, but I did see something where it's how, like, one of the showrunners was saying, like, Hal is gets the ring, from Abensur, right?
Yeah.
And then he's trained by Sinestro, and obviously that went sideways, right? For all of it's in his name, right?
Yep.
Sinestro, he was gonna be sinister,
Right.
just right there. But for Hal, the interview was about like how now that Hal is training somebody else, what is he going to what did Sinestro teach him that is actually good
Uh,
versus what is bad, and how does Hal filter those things out and, like, go from his own training days to this, which is interesting. So, like, I was I almost felt like Sinister was gonna be shoehorned in, but that feels really organic to me,
yeah, that makes sense. That makes
which is
sense.
yeah,
I I I I have been trying to I've been sort of trying to discern, do I think Hal something has to happen to Hal during this season so John can step up and wear the ring, right?
correct.
Do you think do we think that he dies or do we think he becomes Parallax?
I think he becomes Parallax, like,
Right?
let's say he's already he seems to be already on an edge of some kind. Like, maybe he's already infected and is unaware of his
That's
infection.
that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. I'm of 2 minds because a part of me doesn't want that because, like, I'm just introduced to this Hal, that
Yeah,
I've never met this Hal. Do I want an entire season going, "Yeah, man, you did a good Hal Jordan." No, technically, you did a Hal Jordan being Parallax. It's
sure.
almost like when we met Hawkeye for, like, basically the first time in Avengers, and he was evil for 90% of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't love that. But I truly I wouldn't mind if it's like Hal does become infected by Parallax, so that's, like, nice in comic canon, like,
Yes, yes.
that's nothing new. But I do like the idea of maybe John gets to conquer his fear in a way that Hal doesn't, and
Mhm.
so, like, if they're setting up these 2 roads, "Are you afraid?" It turns out that Hal, whose bravado covers so much, is actually quite afraid, and that's
Mm.
what gets him, whereas John, who's probably more open about his feelings, about it, maybe gets to conquer it because he's open instead of pretending that he's not.
That's a very good, hypothesis
Yeah,
to put forth. Yeah.
it could be wrong. That's just what I'm getting from
Sure.
that's what I'm getting from the trailer. Um, so even, um, John talking to Laura Linney,
Who I
um
didn't realize was in the show, and I was thrilled to see her.
so she was rumored last year. I thought she was cast. So when she was in there, I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that you were cast. I forgot about that." But I guess it was not actually confirmed until that trailer came out. Like that was like she officially was not cast. And yes, I do think she's Carol
I
Ferris.
was gonna say, who is she? Is she Carol?
I don't know. I
I
think she
mean,
is. That would be my
I mean, yes, that would be age appropriate sort of to match Hal.
yep. Yeah, they
So
would be
that
appropriate. They would be appropriate age.
yeah,
Laura Linney has the quality of being able to walk into a room and everyone will go, "Well, it's you this room is yours now." Like, you
yes.
yeah, you own the room. I'm sorry, I don't know if anybody needed it for anything, but it's gonna be yours, and that's Carol to me,
True.
so
It's true.
I think that's good casting. The only thing that makes me think that it's not Carol is that she has blonde hair
That's the one thing, right.
right, and I know it's little, but for, like, a little universe that was like, "We're gonna give Nathan Fillion his stupid red hair, and his bowl cut."
The bowl cut, yeah.
I feel like they would adhere to hair color in that way, in that
Especially when it is so identified with like, you
right,
you also don't see blonde Lois Lanes. Like, there she is
right, exactly. It's
identifiable as a brunette.
small things like that go a long way, so but that would be a small quibble for me in the grand scheme,
Mm.
but I feel like if she was Carol, they would just say she was Carol. If that like,
Yeah.
why hide that? What is Carol Ferris in a Green Lantern project? Oh, flutter
My
my heart.
goodness.
Yeah, is a main supporting player in the Green Lantern story in a Green Lantern story? Why hide that? I don't
Would not have
understand.
guessed.
Yeah. So, maybe it's something bigger. Maybe it's
Maybe,
something
yeah. Maybe there's a
or
bigger
maybe she's
story to it.
original. Maybe she's an original character, and that's why it's not worth saying because she's, Rose, you know?
Sure, yeah.
She's anybody. Who knows?
Who knows? It's
I
hard
gotta
to
ask
say.
you, though. I gotta ask you, what did you think of the constructs themselves?
I thought it looked very cool. I thought it looked very cool when he puts up that force field around himself, that,
Mhm.
like, the
Yeah,
bubble.
the way it, like, around himself
Yeah.
was really cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool, yeah, I like it's very swoopy and flowy, right?
Mhm.
Which is different. I feel like you in the comics, it always looks more like, to me, it always has more the look of I don't wanna say laser, that's not
Yeah,
exactly right,
I understand.
um,
Almost like
but
plastic.
yeah, kind of.
Got
Like,
like a thin, light plastic look to it in some way.
yeah,
Now this is almost, like, liquidy almost, or
yeah, yes,
it's
yes,
hard to describe. I've never really any seen
like a
like
plasma or something,
mm,
like,
yep.
um, with a little bit more, like, texture to it, whereas it's always like rays of light coming out of the rings,
You know,
in comics.
it's funny that you say the rays of light. What I did like is that the constructs are not really coming directly out of the ring.
No, they're not, are they?
They're kind of forming in front of the ring, which makes me think that the way that they're looking at it is that, like, the ring is almost like it's almost like making visible the intangible.
Uh-huh,
Like,
uh-huh.
it's like what they're pulling from is, like, almost like the force or, like, particles or, like, electrons or whatever, just if it's something that is all around you,
Mhm.
and it's just whatever's in front, like, the ring just forms, you know,
Yeah.
takes from the air and forms it there as opposed to directly coming from the ring itself, which I think is actually really cool. I like that a lot. It
And
makes it feel like willpower like, the
mhm.
power it's pulling from is everywhere. Like,
So so
it's maybe not
you're
from within, it's they're pulling power from, like, the universe into themselves and then out again.
so no batteries is what you're saying.
No central battery?
Yeah, I mean, like, the lantern batteries that they have to charge.
Well, John has what you can see him carrying it in part of the trailer.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it
I
almost
wonder
looks
if they
like,
do the I wonder if they do the whole, like, charge the ring on the lantern thing.
there was a um, before this trailer, before the last trailer, I can't remember, but there was like like the ring on the lantern was
Mm.
their, like, teaser for something coming, so I think they will. Whether they will say the oath out loud, to be determined.
Oh,
It is
we'll
what
hear the oath at least once.
yeah, will they say it to charge the ring, though?
I don't know. That I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If will they say it out loud to charge ring? No, I don't know.
Yeah, because
But
that's
for sure.
flimsy in comics anyway, you don't really need to say it to charge the ring, like,
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
you
yeah,
do, and
yeah.
other times they're like, "Alright, I'm good."
Yeah, right.
Did you say it in your head? Yeah, like, it's an important oath. Um,
It's actually you bring up the oath, and it's actually kind of not surprising necessarily, but it is notable that they didn't use that language at all in either teaser, did they? They didn't like it's the kind of thing where you could see them doing a, you know, voiceover like it black screen in brightest day. Green light
yeah.
in black, in blackest night.
Mm.
You could see them doing something dramatic with that. But I guess that's not the
It's not the
obviously
tone.
not the tone
Yeah.
and not the um maybe not the like emphasis that they're looking for. Like maybe they're going for more of a mainstream audience for an HBO broader appeal audience rather than just a strictly a comic book audience. So maybe that wouldn't have the same
So, I mean, I think that
resonance.
the oath is not silly, but it is
Like,
a fun little poem. you
Yes.
so, like, we're super serious, HBO Max and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and also, "No evil shall escape my
Right, 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 right.
evil's might, beware my power." Yeah, it's super cool when you read it on a page. When you say it out loud, it gets silly,
It can be.
and silly's okay. I have
Sure,
no issue with silly. Superman is a silly, silly movie. He's a
sure.
silly boy, in a
Yes.
silly
Yeah, he's a
movie.
silly boy.
And it's a very good movie. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Much different tone, and
Uh-huh.
tones do have to tones what is said matters. And
Yes.
so, yeah, and so, so it's yeah, that's one I can leave on the ground floor. That's okay. I
Yeah.
don't need it to come up with me.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, but it would be fun to hear it at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I Kyle Chandler, if anybody can say it, it's Aaron Pierre and Kyle Chandler. I will
Yes.
believe them.
Yep.
They are 2 good actors, clearly, and, uh, and based on Aaron Pierre just talking in this trailer, he can say anything he wants, and I will listen to him.
Yeah,
I
pretty much.
Yeah, he's got a nice smooth voice. I
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
wanna hear the oath, yeah, from his voice. No doubt about it.
I'm
Any
excited for the show, man. I'm excited
do
for it.
you have a wish list? Is there something that you saw in this trailer and you're like, "Mm, I want more of that," or, "I would like to see this?"
I I suspect a lot of this stuff, anything where he was in costume or we saw the constructs, I suspect that was in, like, the 2016 timeline, like, flashbacks.
Mhm.
Um, I would like to see a lot of that and see a lot of, like, the backstory. Like, I would like to not just know it, not just have him tell it, but to see a lot of it, to see it in action. I would like to see do I wanna see Evan Sir? Yeah, I would I actually don't care so much about the origin stuff, but I would really like to see Hal in his prime, like, out there in space, fighting the good fight. Like, I would like to
Yep,
see some sample of back when he was in his heyday,
yep.
right? He's been doing this since John was a kid or whatever.
It's just been 20, almost 30 years,
Yeah,
it's gotta be.
let's
Yeah,
call it 25 years just to,
yeah.
like
Mhm.
I wanna see him 25 years ago or 10 years ago even, fine. Like, being full-blown Hal Jordan, being good at being a Green Lantern,
Yep.
um, in his prime.
Yeah, I would also like that. I think, what I found interesting was that, like, there's, like, that interview with him, and they're like, "Oh, what would you, what would you say?" Like, his secret identity is clearly out, like, he doesn't have, like
Mm,
Hal Jordan,
mhm.
like, in the first trailer, he's like Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, like, there's
Right,
no, he doesn't need the domino mask, everyone knows who he is,
exactly,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
and I don't mind that, like, at
I
all.
no,
Green
I think
Lantern,
it can really work for Green Lantern, like, that's the kinda thing that really can
like, it kind of like that is their job, like, so, like, it's not they're not they are
like
superheroes in that they have powers and a costume of sorts and whatever, but that is their job, that
but
is
if
what
he's a space cop, like, cops are not anonymous, you know what I mean? Like, it that it's
some are. Yeah.
well, yes,
Yeah,
but,
but
like,
mostly you're correct,
you know what I
like,
mean? So, like, that just feels like yeah, he doesn't need to be a secret identity. Um None of the other Green Lanterns are secret identities, right?
no,
Like, out
right.
there in the in the core. Um,
Yeah,
so
Simon Baz is
oh,
technically
true.
because he has a full mask,
That's true.
um, but
But
I think Hal and Kyle are really the only ones with, and every so often they, like, have domino masks as, like, just part of the
they
uniform.
do, yeah, right, right, it's more part of the uniform. But, like, mask or not, I don't think Kilowog has a secret identity.
Nope, he's just Kilowog.
It's just Kilowog, you know what I mean? So
It's true. I would like to see a little more character moments, like when he makes the dollar bill out of the ring in
yeah, yeah, yeah.
box, like, that's perfect Hal to me.
Yes.
It's just I'm just thrilled. I
I
just
love the mundane use of the powers.
Yes. Yeah,
Always. Always.
absolutely. Yep. I think about Mr. Fantastic reaching for toilet paper in the first Fantastic Four movie often. Yeah.
Sure. There you
Like,
go.
that's what we would all do. Let's
Mhm.
not pretend otherwise. But anyway, good stuff. Frank, where can the people find us?
These days, you'll find us at beerwithgeeks.com. You'll find us anywhere you get your podcasts, including YouTube nowadays. And you can rate and review us there. You can leave us a comment. You can, of course, subscribe and follow, and make sure you're getting all the new episodes in all the places. And tell a friend. Those are the best ways to keep in touch with us.
Yeah. Tell a phone, tell a friend, drink a beer with Frank and Tim. That was almost a rhyme.
Hmm.
Right as day. Frank, it was great to see you. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.